Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where today we have the Marvel Legends Captain America, Sam Wilson Captain America from the Target exclusive. Yeah, this is this version of Cap done right, in my opinion. The original one, comic book one, came in a 3-pack with, I believe, a version of Vision and then Kate Bishop. So, sort of like New Avengers stuff. And he didn't even come with the shield, I don't think. Maybe he came with the shield. He didn't come with the proper shield. And he didn't come with wings. So, yeah. We're going to get this guy open. And I know this is not everyone's favorite version of Cap. But it's my favorite version of Cap. And I love Sam Wilson. So, yeah. You get that artwork on the side. You get the Captain America shield on the top. You get the legal stuff. You get the read-up. Want to read that? So yeah, I feel like I didn't really need to read that off because it was such a short read up, and I feel like Sam Wilson's Cap is pretty well known. So that's a pretty cool background. I'm not gonna keep it, but it's pretty nice. Okay, and this is double trade. As you see, the wings fell out. The second tray has the wings, and then the first tray has Cap and his accessories, his other accessories. So we'll get all that out, and we'll get back into the recording. And okay, we got him out, and I'm so glad I got this guy. I'm so glad. I was so happy when he popped up on Big Bad Toy Store because I'm a big fan of this version of Cap, and I've wanted this figure since it was announced. I almost bought the original version, and then this guy was announced, and I waited for this guy. I couldn't find him in any Targets. Almost bit the bullet and spent like $50 on him on eBay. But then he came on Big Bad Toy Store for like $30. So still not exactly how I wouldn't say he's worth $30, especially being an older body and everything. But obviously he is worth $30 to me because I bought him. But I still don't think he's necessarily worth that price tag, if we're being honest. But I'm not mad at the price tag as much as, you know, I'm sure some people wouldn't want to pay that. I was fine with paying it, so yeah. Let's get into this review and we'll look at this guy. So this is my favorite look for Cap. I mean, it just is. I really love this version of Captain America. Like I've said, I know a lot of people don't like him, and I'm not going to get into all that. I know why some people don't like him, and in my opinion, it's a stupid reason. There's stupid reasons not to like this guy. There might be valid reasons for some people not to like him, and that's fine. I don't say he needs to be your favorite Cap, but he's certainly a cool character, and he certainly has the best Captain America suit, in my opinion. But yeah, he looks great. Very tactical, very military, you know, flight gear-ish. And yeah, you could honestly probably pop this head off and replace it with a regular Captain America head, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And it would probably still look pretty dope. It's the blue's not going to match, but I bet, honestly, head's a little big and blue doesn't match quite up, but you repainted that, maybe got it a little bit sized differently. That could be a pretty cool Cap. And then I guess vice versa, you could put Sam on here. Oh, you could do like an Isaiah Bradley, maybe, like your own version of an Isaiah Bradley, maybe, because I have been looking into doing an Isaiah Bradley. So yeah, just figured I'd do that real quick. Not the most needed head swap, but it's a cool enough head swap. And yeah, I just like the way that this marries the Captain America aesthetic and the Falcon aesthetic perfectly, in my opinion. And he's probably one of my favorite, like, legacy mantle characters. You know, he took up the mantle of Cap. He's up there with the likes of Ben Reilly and Miles Morales for me, because they're both, I believe they're both the true mantle holders to Spider-Man. And then he's definitely up there with Jane Foster as Thor, and I mean, Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. I love all those characters that I just mentioned. So I know there's people that are gonna hate on everyone, every single one of those characters I just mentioned, but I love them all. So that's fine. If you don't like him, that's fine, but I do. So yeah, he looks great. I love the gray silver accents on here, so it's not just all red and blue, red, white, and blue. You got some military stuff, the militarized boots, you got the gloves, just the goggles. He looks so good. And then you got the backpack, which you can plug in, and he has the wings, and oh, that looks so cool. Yeah, that's dope. I feel like the wings might be a little small, but also shelf space. So, and you can hinge these in, so you could do this. You could do the, the cap shield. I think he did that in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but he puts the shield in the middle or whatever. I forgot. These hinges are not great. They keep wanting to pop out, if I'm being completely honest. So, if you articulate them at that section in the middle of the wing, I would just be careful because they do want to pop out. And the peg hole is actually not circular. It's like a hexagon or octagon, so that it can't move freely in there, which is nice because it keeps it from rotating. But yeah, that whole thing rotates like these. The wings rotate in and out, up and down, and they look okay. They're definitely not perfect, but they're not too bad. So, and then for the other accessories, you get a gripping hand, and then you get a splayed out hand. And honestly, I wish he would have just, instead of gripping hands, I wish he would have just came with 2 splayed out hands and 2 fisting hands, because I don't feel like this cap needs to grip anything, if I'm being honest. I mean, I guess if you wanted to grip the clip for the shield instead of putting it on his wrist, you could do that. And since I have the option, that's probably what I'll do, but, And then you get the shield. Now, this is not my favorite cap shield. I don't really like the design for the cap shield, but the suit I like the most. And then, if you don't want to have the wings on, which I'm not going to for size comparisons, you can just have it on the back. And for articulation, he's pretty, because get the up to there, around that, got the crunch, they can only go there, back to there, out to there, out to there. You got double jointed double jointed knees, boot swivel, hinge, forward facing pin for rocker. So he's not the most articulated character or figure, and I feel like this is a character that needs that, so that's sad. Hopefully we get an actual updated version, because this is just a reissue with extra accessories, honestly. So hopefully we get a better representation of this character. So first, for size comparisons, what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the 20th anniversary Cap. And I like this because Cap is bigger. He's on the hero serum, the super soldier serum. So he's a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, a little bulkier. And I like that. And then we're also going to do, this is the Retro Series Falcon. And I just want to, because it's both Sam Wilson. And you know what? I can live with him being a little bit taller. He's not too much. And yeah, as you can see, marries the designs perfectly together. And then next, we're going to go with some caps. We have, this is what we're going to do. We have, this is the John Walker. And from the Controller Build-A-Figure, Secret Wars Wave cap. And then we're also going to put in the cap from the Bucky cap. So we have all the caps together. And yeah, that's all the Captain Americas I think I need. Until I get I'll probably get an MCU cap eventually, just because I probably will get into collecting MCU, at least the Avenger, the main Avengers from my childhood of the MCU. But other than that, I'm not getting deep into MCU shit. And then we're gonna put a couple other mantle holders that I really love. We have Jane Foster Thor. This is the MCU one because I don't think there's really a good comic book Jane Foster Thor action figure out there, sadly, yet. And then this is my favorite Venom and so it is a mantle. I don't have Ben Riley or Miles right now, but those are also two mantle holders I would like to pop up here, but I don't have them in stock on me. I don't know why I said in stock. But technically, Kamala Khan's a mantle holder. We could put her up there. And then Red Hulk's technically a mantle holder. So, and these were in the same movie together. So, and they're all three in the MCU. So that works. And then for some, well, we'll do the War Journal Punisher with a bunch of extra bits and bobs all over him. And then I'm also just gonna do the SH Figuarts Romance Dawn Roronoa Zoro. And yeah, that works pretty well together. So, this is a pretty okay figure. It's not the best thing I've ever touched in my life, but he's definitely not horrible, and he's a character I needed for the collection, so I'm glad to have him, and he looks very good, I will say that. I wish that you could put the shield in the backpack as well, so you could have the wings on and the shield on. That would be cool. And then I wish he had 2 fisted hands and 2 open splayed out hands instead of the gripping hands. I would have been cool with having the gripping hands if he had a alternate fist for each hand and a splayed out hand for each hand, but he doesn't, so. But overall, this guy's pretty cool looking, and I'm glad to have him. He'll be standing with my other caps. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.